want to know about strength, you just gotta get to it. We fighting fools are all getting to it on the streets. Street Fighter 6.
Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nacho here, and today we are finally talking about Ed and how to beat Ed. The next how to beat video is about Ed, my main. Where to put him in the tier list? Now, a lot of people say he's top 5. I can't say I don't agree with that because he's really strong. But they've been chipping away at him a little bit. They've been poking at him, you know, nerfing him. Like every patch I see a nerf, I'm like, bro, chill out, bro. They already took away a lot of his creativity with Psycho Ball, so I'm like, chill, please. But yeah, well, I mean, you still can, but it's a bit harder. But well, no, the resources thing, yeah, that's kind of lame. But Ed's a bit of a A-tier character in my opinion. A-tier or an A minus. Like you can't. I feel you could probably put him at B depending on who you are, but I really think he's really strong. I don't think they needed to go crazy nerfing him because I think he takes a lot of skill to use. Like he's the Steve in Tekken 7, Steve from Tekken 7 in this game. Like he's good, but he's difficult to pilot. If like you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna mess up because he plays different from other characters. Like when I first use him, I'm like, man, this is gonna take some time. Like he actually plays very different. So thing to note about him. So yeah. What type of character is he? I want to say he's all-arounder relatively. He has a DP. He has a projectile. This is his Tatsu essentially. Just like Luke has a DP, he has a projectile, and this is his Tatsu essentially. So all-arounder, but more or less, I think he's more of a bully character besides being all-arounder. Like he's really strong at making you not play the game essentially. That's what I'd say his strong point is. Like, hey, I'm gonna stop your stuff. Weaknesses, his range, his lights are really bad range-wise. Like you're gonna see this a lot. If a player's mashing, like ooh, just hit them because they're like, oh, I'm out of the range. Because they're like, man, why am I not hitting it? Because just a little bit. So that's another thing. Also, his uppercut is actually very slow. Like you see, this is Luke's startup 5. This is 10, brother. It's like these are a lot slower. Level 1. Startup is 13. All this stuff is just a lot slower essentially. And also his level 2 has no invincibility frames, so that's something he can abuse too. So those are his weaknesses in my opinion. Alright, now how do you beat this freaking monster, man? Let's talk about it. So the first thing I want to talk about here is going to be actually surprisingly safe jumps. And yes, safe jumps. He has multiple safe jump options actually that I did not know about until recently. There's the one typical that everybody knows, which is boom, 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 boom. And that's guaranteed 42, so he doesn't have to do anything extra. He's always going to be 42 on that one, and I'll show you for an example right here. 42, so, you know, it is what it is. Now, what do you do about safe jumps? Well, the thing I tell most people to do is to try to parry it. Try to perfect parry specifically. That's the best thing you can do because it throws the player off, and it's like, okay, he perfect parried. I got to get ready for a grab. If you parry regularly, that's fine too, but if you get the perfect parry, you'll get the grab, but it won't be a punish counter. But you know, you'll tech each other because this is not a punish counter, so it's not a punish on him. So he can tech it. You both back up. You'll still be in the corner, but it gives you a little breathing room to decide what you want to do next. So that's the best option you have there. But let's talk about his other his other safe jumps. I don't know all of them, but you know, he does have other ones. Like he has this one. Like, brother, what? That's 42? He can even do it with the light. I didn't know about this until recently. Like, what are we talking about here? But the one you're going to worry about the most, honestly, if we're being real here, is this one. This is the typical one. He can do it in the middle of the screen. He can do it anywhere. So, you're going to watch out for this one. I just wanted to mention safe jumps because he does multiple that I did not know about until, like, literally a few minutes ago of me just figuring out, just testing out stuff. I didn't even look up a video. I just found this out randomly. Man, it's kind of crazy. But safe jumps, worry about specifically, like I said, medium punch into heavy punch into half circle, quarter circle back, heavy punch. They'll always be 42. Moving on to the next thing I want to talk about with it. So the next thing I want to talk about here is actually going to be flicker, because I feel as if flicker could be misunderstood sometimes. So yeah, but well, there's obviously the right answer that everybody knows what to do, but I always want to talk about stuff that people don't know what to do about because I do it to them and they just let it happen. So yeah, so flicker. This is the light version. Slowest, I mean not slowest, fastest, but bad range. Medium, excellent range, but slowest relatively. Heavy version, not bad range, well actually really good range, and not super slow or fast. It's like kind of in between. second. And there's the EX version, which is the worst startup ever, but, you know, anything of the frame data could change though for that, but I'm just saying, you know, that principle will probably never change. So, obviously, fully charged and block, they're going to be advantage. Now, frame data for this season will always be 4 for every version, so that even means EX, it'll always be 4. That will never change. So, what do you do about flicker here? So, if someone does flicker, what do you do? What do you do? You won. Congratulations. That's literally it. You're done. But the problem here arises when he does the medium version, because that's the most used one, I feel as if. So what do you do in this option? Well, there is no problem. This drive back, he still wins. Even the range, like the effect is hitting him, not you, which is crazy. So that still works. But if it's a little bit like right here, things can change. So you want to watch out for that. You want to watch out for spacing when you do this. Okay, spacing is very important. So don't just do it willy-nilly. You have to be close to him, sir. I know it's a given, but some people will be doing it at weird times, and I'm an Ed player, so I know they do it at weird times. So just be mindful of that, okay? Because you're gonna get yourself punished. So just do it neutral and above, okay? You'll be fine. Another thing to worry about as well, he could back up too. Now, if that does happen, if you're on point, like still on neutral, you'll still be able to hit him relatively. The effect hit him again, like I said, it's kind of crazy. But if you're close, he won't be able to back up in time. But if you're slow with this one, he's fine. So, something to watch out for. So the closer you are with this, the easier it is. If he commits, like as soon as he does it, he's in a bad situation. So just always drive impact him. He can't cancel into anything else. He can either move forward, move back, or just let it rip. So he'll most likely get hit if he's not quick enough to go back. And if he isn't, he'll get hit. So that solves that. But let's talk about like on hit or something like that with the EX version, which is where you see the most of the time. So say for instance someone does this, right? This is not the best one, but this is something that some people do too, which is, okay, I messed up, I pulled you. What do you do? Well, first of all, stop the pull by just driving impacting them back, because you can do that. This isn't real, brother. You can just hit them. Don't let them do this to you. Just hit them. Alright, you can do level 1, level... You can do anything. As you saw, I just did a crouching heavy punch, bro. Just go wild. Go insane. You don't have to worry about anything, okay? So just beat them up. Beat them up. All of these answers work right here. For this example, it'll change in another example that I'm about to show, but I want to say what happens when you are on... if he does pull you. I would just drive reversal. If you're close to him, you'll be fine. If you're further, you won't land it. So, just a thing to note about it. But if you're close, just drive reversal. Also, you could parry that too. I forgot to mention that. Just parry that. Also, as well for this one, you could just parry this as well, or just jump over it and hit him. But be careful. If you're too slow, he'll just just uppercut you. So. Something to watch out for as well, but that still is an option. But continuing on, the one that most people will use, which is going to be standing heavy punch into EX. Now, you can't do anything for this one because the frame data does actually change a bit. So you see how I'm going for a medium? That's not going to cut it anymore. The same options still apply relatively, except with normals. So you can do drive impact. You can just stop the pressure entirely. You can parry, but you probably don't want to do it because you're right in front of his face, unless you perfect parry. Then, you know, if you're built different, then you're fine. You can EX DP. You can level 1. Ooh, I almost messed that up because his is projectile. That would have killed me. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Depending on your character, it'll work differently because if you're Rashid, obviously that'll change. I'm sorry, I suck at this. I switched. Okay. Level 2, there you go. I had to prove that I could do it. Sorry. I had to prove that you could do it. Level 3. All of these options still apply, so do not worry. You're not lost. And even for the grappler lovers, hold on, I got something for you. You can grab them. You can grab them. They're not almighty. And this is the typical one that you see, which is that one. Now, if they do this one, then okay, all right, okay. Your options are getting lower now. Okay. You still can drive impact though, and level 1, level 2, and all that. But a normal, I don't know who's gonna keep like that, but you get it. Level 2, level 3. That all works here. You could just push them back as well, but yeah, the options get a little bit more limited, obviously, with the drive rush. Now, there is one more thing I wanted to talk about actually with flicker that I don't want to forget, which is actually his throw setup, because I don't do this, but well, no, I do it sometimes, which is Ed pretty much gets a guaranteed grab on you here. This is a 50-50. This is where I was talking about 50-50s a little bit, or not 50-50, but he could be a bit of a bully character and just grab you from this range. He could dash up and just continue his other way, but that puts him a bit more risk. So what Ed players typically do, I feel as if, is just they do this. So what do you do in this situation? Because you're in a bad situation, relatively. Like, there's not a lot you can do. You could try to run up on him. Drive impacts, it could vary, honestly. It could vary, because the only reason why I say that is because depending on how fast you are with the drive impact, he could drive impact back, and I don't want that to happen to you. I might have not recorded that perfectly, but oh, there you go. Yep, he'll mess you up. So in this situation, the best option really is to perfect parry. I think that really is relatively the best option you can do about it, but yeah, because otherwise you might just want to try to just get the perfect parry and just, like, you know, do something else. Also, as well, I know what you're saying. What if I just jump? I will do this to you. I will anti-parry. I'm like, okay, you're gonna jump, get a combo, and you're dead. I do that all the time, so you do not want to do that. Like, especially if you're predictable, if you jump a lot, he's going to do that unless you mind game it. So this is a true 50-50 for you. Now, you could, depending on your character, level 3 him. Oh wait, hold up. Well, let me do a better example for that. But what I just did pretty much works. This is what I'm saying. What it essentially works. Wake up, super. If yours goes forward, you will be able to land on him. Level 1, no. Most likely because it's not predictable. Level 2 for Luke, not gonna work. Might work for a different character. Like, we're gonna go, for instance, for Marissa. Level 1 will be different, obviously, right? So we're gonna do this. Level 1. You're not gonna get anything. Well, actually, hold up. If I time it right, I might be able to. Nope, still not a punish. Okay, then what about level 3? Level 3 actually works for her because she goes forward. You see what I'm saying? It'll change depending on your character, so keep that in mind. So that is another option you technically can do besides, you know, just trying to get a perfect parry. So, yeah. Alright, moving on into the next thing. A quick thing I want to talk about here is actually going to be Ed's DP, because Ed can get a combo after, so I think it's really important to know that. So you want to be careful with jumping with Ed, especially if you jump a lot, because his damage is actually really good. Oh, what the heck? Ignore that. I don't know what that was. That kind of scared me a little bit, to be honest with you. But he can do this and... Oh, messed up. And be at a good position, because he can dash up right after that. So that is pretty neat for Ed, you know? We love to see that for Ed mains, you know? At least I do. Probably not the normal people, but he'll be in your face when that happens. So be careful about jumping a lot. But to trick him a little bit, you can at least... Because he's gonna wait for you a little bit here. A situation like that might happen if you don't press a button, because sometimes he'll miss. The range on it is not good, as you see. It's not like a true crazy uppercut. Okay, so the next and final thing I want to talk about is meaty setups with Ed, like some of his setups that he has. Now, I think this is gonna be the last thing. This is the most important thing you need to take away. Now, this technically, if Ed players don't know about this, which I'm pretty sure a lot of them don't, because I don't see them doing it to me. I do it to them, they're like, what the freak? What do I do about this? It's really strong. There are options, but it's very, very limited here on what you can do. But there's still options nonetheless. Okay, so we're gonna go over his setup. So, how setup goes is this. That's the perfect version. I got +5. Sometimes it can be +3, +2, depending how fast or slow I am. So, in this situation, what can you do? Can you throw punches? No, you cannot. That's my fastest normal. Okay, what about EXDP? Let's try that out, you know? EXDP works. Alright, cool. Let's try... I don't know. Let's try DI. I'm feeling like DI in a day, you know? Get out of here. No, because he can reverse it because that was not a punish counter. So he can either do it back to you, level 1, level 2 back, or he could essentially do everything. He's fine. He's safe. So that doesn't work. Okay. What about drive reversal on the ground? Yeah, that option's always really helpful. It's like a DP essentially, right? It's not gonna work. It's just a reversal, so it wasn't a punish. So that means he can block it and punish you. Okay, what about on hit, right? On block, right? Nope. Same thing. Okay, alright, level 1. Hear me out. Level 1. No, because that's a projectile, and he's plus 17 since he got hit by that. So that means he can combo you and destroy you, or do it again if he wants to knock you down. Okay, what about level 2, right? Yes, that is the best option. Now, it might vary depending on the person. Like, if you are Rashid, it's not gonna work because yours is a projectile, so you're just gonna eat it and lose 2 bars, so don't do that. Level 3 works. Alright, we're getting somewhere, right guys? There you go. Okay, what about parry? Absolutely. But even if you parry, he'll still be plus in your face. And also, if you perfect parry, which I'm probably not gonna be able to do here. I've only done it like once because of the setup. He's still safe, so if you try to grab him, he'll just tech it, and you'll be, you know, you'll just push each other back. So that doesn't work either, at least from my knowledge, because I've only done it once. Dude, I wasn't even ready for that time. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just not a good situation to be in. And also, a good thing to know about this is that he can make himself safer if he just EXs it and makes it plus 8. So that's even more scarier to deal with. So I'm just saying, just letting you know it. And also, he can do this easy with multiple options. He can do this, which I do all the time. Boom, bam, 0. I was slow, right? So let's make it a bit faster. You know, let's step it up a little bit. Hey, plus 3. So the same rules applies. Let me just EX it up. 6. You see what I'm saying here? And the same options still apply if he EXs it right, by the way, right? So level 1's not gonna work. Everything I said essentially that won't work will not work. Everything I said will work. So that is essentially it. So you're very limited depending on your character. For some characters, like Rashid, oh bro, hold on, I gotta show this, bro. This is funny. For Rashid, this is actually the ultimate counter. Do you want to know why? Level 1. Oops. Okay. What about level 2? What's level 2 again? Oh, there you go. Almost forgot. I'm sorry, man. The build-up was kind of cool though. With me talking. Let's try that again. Level 2. What great does a storm? That's gone. So the only option Rashid has is to level 3 and parry and DP. That is it. Which I know that might not sound that crazy. That was a perfect parry, but I still got hit with the second hit because I had to parry it again. Might not sound that crazy, but having fewer options in this situation is not good, especially if you're running low on the drive gauge, which is the most important tool in the game. So having 3 options is not good. So that even includes Ed as well himself. But essentially what I'm saying is that's a scary option. There's not a lot you can do about it. The good news is that he can't do it anywhere. Like, that's not gonna work. It needs to be the corner Pacific, but it's definitely one of his stronger meetup subs I've seen in the game. It's like definitely one of the strongest ones. Now, I don't know why people don't use it. Maybe it's because of the options that are available, like parry, level 2, level 3, DP. But even still, dude, like, you know, it's really strong. I'm really surprised no one's using it, but there are options to defeat it, so just to let you know. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's any other setups that he has relatively besides, you know, the one I showed you with throws, which is a setup because, you know, you have to guess life or death situation in that one. And in this one, you kind of just have to get ready to figure out what you want to do with your meter relatively. But that is essentially the how to beat Ed video. If I did miss anything, let me know down below, because I could have missed something potentially or got something wrong, and I appreciate criticism, and it lets other people know the things I've missed or could have mentioned too as well, because maybe there is, I just don't know. I thought the media setup was the most important thing to mention, honestly, and the flicker stuff, because I think that's like the highlight of this character, because he's a bully character, and that gives him a lot of press frames and just a lot of advantage overall, just in general. But yeah, let me know that, like I said, down below, and if this video helped you, I'm glad it did, you know. I just want to help people out here, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, a great night, a great noon, or whatever time zone you guys are in, and I will see you guys in the next video.